Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. Shout out to the resetters who are just starting their Tanny Raw reset for March. I'm thrilled for you guys. If you don't know who Tanny Raw is, she is a social media phenom on every health platform. And her reset, just put in Jules Blessed Vegan Tanny Raw reset and it'll teach you all about it. Sadly, it's probably closed, but if you happen to have your $300, get in there. She might just let you in. I don't know if it's officially closed or not. Sometimes that first 48 hours, people can still get in. It will change your life. It is a boot camp for mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health and tools for 28 days of amazing. Okay. But for those of you who are in, I'm thrilled for you. I will be living in my mind. I'll be thinking today's your greeting day and putting up your video and your picture and who you are. And I'll be thinking of you guys. So yay for you. All right. We are talking about the benefits of sea moss. And that picture as the icon is me holding a bowl of growing sea moss. Seriously. Tanny Raw had suggested sea moss as something really good for collagen and just like a use in different recipes and things, right? Because it's a gel and kind of a thickening agent, and it's just phenomenal for many reasons, which we're going to find out about. But I did purchase it and never used it. When I opened it, I just saw a piece of seaweed with big chunks of sea salt, and I was like, wait, what? But I saw a friend recently making the gel from it, and I was like, okay, how do you do it? She said she only soaks it for 3 hours and then blends it in her Vitamix. That bowl has been soaking for about 20 hours, and I'm going to let it go until tomorrow. And it has just grown exponentially as it's rehydrated, right? It's absorbed the water. And what you do is you continuously mix it and drain it and put water back in to get out of, anything from little pieces of shell to, of course, that excess salt that I referenced. And then apparently you get to blend it into an amazing gel, which we're going to learn about together right now. But I do recommend soaking it for like 24 hours because, wow, it's astounding how much it's grown. And that's just going to give me way more product. The other thing is I did look for it on Amazon because I kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up. The brand that I had used was called Terra Soul, like soul of the earth, Terra and soul, right? But apparently they're not doing sea moss right now. It was Irish sea moss, such a surprise. But there was another fantastic brand in there where you could get an entire pound for only $20. I mean, you're already seeing how much I'm producing, and I have had no idea how many jars that's going to make. But to think that I could get 3 times that much for $20 would be amazing, because I'm pretty sure I spent about 15 just on the 5 ounces. And that was absolutely vegan and organic. So yeehaw, there is opportunity there. But let's get into it. So it says sea moss is a spiny sea vegetable that's primarily harvested for use in health supplements and as a thickening ingredient in commercial foods. If you've heard about sea moss supplements, you may wonder how you could use them and whether there are other ways to consume sea moss. This article examines the potential benefits and downsides. There's always some downside, right? Which is okay. I mean, information is power of sea moss, including nutritional content and how to prepare it. What is sea moss? I'm glad you asked. Sea moss, scientifically known as Chondrus crispus, is a type of algae or seaweed. It grows in the waters along the rocky Atlantic coast, primarily between North America and Europe. It's an edible sea plant similar to other seaweeds, algae, and other familiar leafy sea vegetables like kelp or dulse. Now, see, right away a red flag goes up because I know that while you can certainly have kelp and dulse and wakame, and apparently this, you have to be careful how much you take because it can become toxic if it's too much. So I so get that. Sea moss grows in a number of colors, such as shades of green, yellow, purple, red, black, and brown. Wow. The most common varieties that grow in the warmer waters are generally red and are often called Irish moss. Mine wasn't red. It was really more of a mustard yellow. Or even a caramel type brown. But as I've been rinsing it and everything, it's actually becoming almost more white. This is from healthline.com. I'll include it in the description of the video. What I like about it is it always just summarizes. If you're a summary person, you get in there and just read those summaries. I'm going to skip the summary because I'm actually doing the content. So sea moss nutrients. Red seaweeds like sea moss contain an array of vitamins and minerals. They're naturally low in calories, fat, and sugar, and they contain a small amount of plant protein. A 4 tablespoon serving. So again, this is presuming that's already in gel form. Obviously, you can't put those little spiny things on a spoon. But yeah, Irish sea moss provides the following: only 10 calories, 0.5, so half a gram of protein, 0 total fat, 3 grams of carbs, half a gram of fiber, 0 grams of sugar, 1% of your recommended calcium, 10% of iron, 7% of magnesium, 2% of phosphorus, 4% of zinc, and 3% of copper. Not that impressive. It's like, okay, it obviously seems like a rather simple food. There aren't like incredible gains here. And yet it is well respected. And let's find out why. Like other sea vegetables, sea moss is also a naturally good source of iodine, a micronutrient necessary for thyroid health. And that I really do appreciate, because before I became raw, I was taking medication, right, for my thyroid. I had hypothyroid, which is a slow one. And, I had to do the whole test and drink the ink and, just do the whole thing. And luckily, it was a rather small amount of medication, like 37 milligrams a day, but more than I needed if I could heal my thyroid, which by all accounts I have. With that little dose, with that little wakame, my numbers stay right on level without any medication. What's up? Praise God. All right. So it says, additionally, red seaweeds like sea moss are full of antioxidants, okay, which are compounds that help to protect your cells from disease-causing oxidative damage. So now I'm seeing why it's benefits beyond that little bit of nutritional value. Here are some uses. Today, sea moss is mainly used as a source of vitamins and minerals to benefit overall health. Well, who wouldn't welcome that, right? You can most commonly find it in supplement form. Some supplement companies sell it in a raw form or as a gel or powder or an oral capsule or gummy. Again, you can just get it in all its squiggliness, let it bloom in water, and blend it into your own gel and get so much more. Because when I was looking at that, I saw a 16 ounce, so 2-cup jar, and it was $56. I'm like, wait, what? I'm going to be interested. I think I'm going to get more than 1 jar's worth. And I'm certainly not paying $56, right? Companies also sell sea moss as a component of supplements combined with turmeric, bladderwrack, and burdock root, claiming this combination benefits overall well-being, especially immunity, thyroid, digestive, and joint health. Yeah, it's saying a lot about joint health for this, which is great. A lot of people have physical pain. It'd be lovely to keep their joints moving. Maybe I can sneak some into my husband's banana popsicle. He needs it. That guy's in pain. He is so brave. Okay, sea moss has a long history of use as a food thickening agent. It's the only natural source of carrageenan, I'm going to say that wrong, carrageenan, which is a thickener that manufacturers use in foods like ice cream, cottage cheese, non-dairy milks, and even baby formula. Okay, I do appreciate that's a natural source. I'm sorry that it's mostly in those kind of dairy products, but it's keeping me interested. Like for my own dressings or something, it'd be fun to thicken them. Potential benefits. Many people use sea moss for its purported health benefits. However, it's important to note that many of the benefits of sea moss specifically are anecdotal and lack solid scientific evidence. And as quickly as I say that, I will counter-argue that because these smaller companies and just vegans in general and people going towards health rather than mega, controlling businesses can't afford to show the studies. They have their study is people like me who can say my thyroid is healed, right? But they don't have the money to get a scientific study performed and have all their little evidence and paperwork. So yes, proceed with caution, but if it's reasonable and there's humans like me that are affirming that it's okay, decide for you. Okay, so it says, however, scientists need to conduct more research on sea moss to investigate its particular effects. Some of the main potential benefits of using sea moss may include, and that may is kind of a little waiver right there to say word on the street is, but because we don't have anything to back it, proceed with caution. Okay. So it may support thyroid health. Forgive me. I say yes. Seaweeds are rich in iodine, a micronutrient necessary for healthy thyroid function. May support immunity. One study in salmon found that supplemental seaweed improved immune modulation and immune response. Scientists need to do more research to see whether it supports immunity in humans. Wait. One study in salmon. I did not even put together that they were doing this to salmon. That's a ridiculous thing. I appreciate Healthline, but it so often shows where they're doing experiments or studies or research using animals only to turn around and say, okay, now we need to do humans, when in fact there are a gazillion humans who are more than willing to be a test study. Let's be fair. Start with the humans. At least the humans can communicate what their thoughts are on the process, right? Come on. May improve gut health. This is what I've heard. So seaweeds are a good source of live bacteria and fiber, which both support a healthy gut microbiome. People love that. May support weight loss. Yes, please. Seaweeds and microalgae are rich in fiber that can help you feel full and overeating. Studies have shown that a compound in seaweed called fucoxanthin, fucoxanthin, I'll stick with that. Fucoxanthin promoted fat metabolism in rats. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, Mr. Rat. It may promote heart health. Some studies have found that seaweed reduces LDL, that's the bad cholesterol, and acts as a blood thinner. I don't really need my blood thinned anymore, which may help reduce the risk of heart disease. I welcome that. May improve blood sugar management. One study found that the compound fucoxanthin in seaweed reduced high blood sugar. Yes. Another study found that a compound in seaweed called alginate prevented blood sugar spikes in pigs. Oh, good. I'll run out and tell my pig Luna that she's going to be healthier when I give her my extra. Come on. Anecdotal benefits for fertility. There's no scientific evidence that sea moss specifically promotes fertility in men or women. However, some people use it as a traditional fertility treatment. Scientists need to investigate this further. While the potential health benefits of sea moss are promising, it's important to note that most of the research is based on seaweed, not sea moss specifically. The studies were also conducted in test tubes or animals and not in humans, but again, there's a ton of human testimony. Therefore, scientists need to do much more human research. Please start with humans on the health effects of sea moss. Okay, here are some downsides. One of the main potential downsides of sea moss is that not much research has been conducted on its benefits and nutritional makeup. As with seaweed, the nutritional value of sea moss can vary greatly, making it difficult to know exactly what it contains and in what amounts. Much of the micronutrient and fatty acid contents of sea vegetables depends on the environment in which they grow. So a lot of unknowns, which is often true when you're eating live food for a live body, right? But what we do know is dead food doesn't serve our body at all. And we can prove that all day long, right? While it's a good source of iodine, the iodine content of sea moss and other seaweeds is highly variable. This can put consumers at risk of overconsumption of iodine, which can be problematic. Taking in too much iodine can lead to hypothyroidism. I already had it before I started. Or underactive thyroid. Yeah. The thyroid is an important gland located in the lower front of the neck. It's responsible for growth and metabolism. Sea moss may also come with a risk of heavy metal consumption, as seaweeds known to absorb and store heavy metals in high amount. Still, the risk of toxicity appears to be low. Let's hear that again. Still, the risk of toxicity appears to be low. Third time. Still, the risk of toxicity appears to be low. I can do that all day long. One study examined the levels of 20 heavy metals in 8 types of seaweeds from the waters around Europe and Asia. The researchers found that the amounts of heavy metals did not pose serious health risks. And all of these are hyperlinks, and if you click on the numbers, it'll bring you to a whole bunch of articles to support this. They're really good about being science-based, and I do appreciate that. Overall, it's probably best to consume sea moss in moderation due to these unknowns. I don't think it's something that you would just be eating out of the jar. Okay, so how to prepare it? I'll be interested to see what they say. You can prepare sea moss in a number of ways. Many health food stores and online retailers sell sea moss in its raw, dried form, which is what I got. You can prepare gel from this at home, which is what I'm doing. This may be one of the most popular ways to consume it. To prepare a sea moss gel, simply soak raw sea moss in water overnight. And yeah, I absolutely agree. Then rinse and blend it with new water until smooth. Transfer it to a container with an airtight lid and store it in the refrigerator overnight to gel. Some supplement companies also offer sea moss that has already been prepared as a gel. According to the manufacturers, you can consume this form directly or add it to food and drinks. And that's my understanding. You can absolutely put a spoonful in your smoothie. And I'm hoping we're going to talk about collagen and stuff like that. Other ways to consume sea moss include mixing sea moss powder into beverages, sprinkling it over yogurt or oatmeal, and adding it to other meals. The shelf life of sea moss depends on the form you purchase it in. While scientific evidence is lacking, many sea moss advocates say that the prepared sea moss gel should last a few weeks in the fridge, or you can freeze it. However, it's probably best to practice caution and only keep it for 3 to 5 days, as with most prepared foods and cold storage leftovers, to minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses. And again, if you're preparing it yourself and there's no additional ingredients in there, but you're, hopefully filtered water and sea moss at the very least, I think you can trust it for a while. I'll leave it to you. Bottom line, sea moss, or Chondrus crispus, is a spiny sea vegetable similar to seaweeds and sea algae. People harvest it for its carrageenan. Companies also use it as a natural thickening agent in commercial foods, as well as for use in consumer health supplements. You can also use it to make a gel at home or easily add it to foods and beverages. Sea moss is a source of a variety of vitamins and minerals, as well as antioxidants that may benefit overall health. However, its nutrition composition can vary, and by consuming it in large amounts, you may consume high levels of iodine or heavy metals. Overall, scientists need to do more research on the health effects of sea moss in humans to determine its efficacy in consumer health products. Still, some of the benefits appear promising based on seaweed and sea algae studies. I agree. One moment, please. Okay, so I just had to pull it up regarding the whole collagen thing. So really quickly, it says, does sea moss have collagen? And it says sea moss is very rich in taurine. It's taurine, taurine, a sulfur which contains amino acids that are beneficial to non-meat eaters. Instead of using gelatin, which is a collagen of animal origin, use a better and healthier alternative in the form of sea moss. Yes, please. The carrageenan from the moss can be used to make various vegan foods. Right. So it says, does Irish sea moss have collagen? And it reads, even though this may seem like it is an exclusive source of collagen for vegans, Irish sea moss is good for everyone. In fact, as a source of collagen, it absorbs better in the body than many other sources of collagen. Yay, yay, I love that. Yeah, because you're actually putting it in your body and getting your collagen inside out, right? All right, I'm stoked. I'll keep you posted. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. Are you interested in sea moss? Might you try for it too? Just seems like another fun thing to do on my vegan walk. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you are blessed.